Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. Today this is CN Honor on the screen, and in today's video I want to quickly show you one of my best trading approach that I call high probability trades. Okay, how to identify high probability trades. But before we go into that, I want to quickly let you know that this is actually a live account, right? And just imagine you are on a trade with whatever lot size that is a bit okay, like for instance $1, one standard lot size, and then 0.5 or even two standard lot size depending on your account size, or $5 lot size, and you are on a trade for over 40 minutes on constant profit. Okay, let me know in the comment section what that could mean to you when you have identified high probability trades, just like this one that I'm showing you, that I'm going to show you right now how I was able to identify it. And we're going to go landscape. And then let's go landscape so that you have a clearer picture of what I've done right now. Now, I've demonstrated right on this channel times with that number that your account size doesn't really matter. Okay, before we go to the landscape, let me just quickly show you that on this account, actually this is my commission account, and of course you can hardly see anything red on this account, right? These are withdrawals. Okay, the red you're seeing are withdrawals. Okay, just take a look. These are withdrawals on a very tiny account. Okay, these are withdrawals. Last month you can see nothing but profits, all blues. All these are withdrawals. Okay, right? And then okay, let's just get back. Let me show you what I want to show you, and of course let's go landscape. But the point is this: I've demonstrated times that without numbers that you can actually make money or be making money from the digital mode, from the digital market, if you know what to do. Now the account size doesn't really matter. With a $10 account, with a $20 account, with a 30, 50, even $100 account, you can be making money. You can be living off Forex, okay, off financial instruments on daily or weekly or monthly basis, and then you see to every of your financial needs. I'm telling you what I know and what has been happening, right? So all you need to do is to know the house. I always say it, right? Now, it doesn't matter the strategy you trade with, or your trading approach, so long you have mastered it, right? You can be trading with custom indicators. Yes, if it's working for you, perfect, no problems about that. You can be trading with indicator based strategies, okay, whereby you manipulate the parameters of a particular of different indicators, or one indicator, to give you your signals of entry or an exit, and then you're still making your money. You can be trading with a naked chart just like this. All you need to do is to train your eyes to be able to spot the moves of the market. Now, how did I know? Now, even if I exit this trade, now let me go to half time frame so that you see where my TP is gonna be. Of course, I've said my TP already, but that TP is a long-term TP, right? It's the main TP is gonna be at the touch of this downtrend line. Okay, now I looked at this market, and then I discovered that this place is not just a verified resistance level. Okay, but if you look at this place, you're gonna see, let me quickly bring out my brush so that I will be demonstrating, and then you'll be seeing, right? Now if you take a look at this place, you are going to be seeing that there is a star here. Okay, there's a star here. Now that's what I call confluence. That's what I call confluence. Of course, I've made video on confluence on this channel, right? And I may not really go in depth on that, but just for information, is a point okay, where digital assets have from 2 and above confirmations pointing to the same direction, right? Or giving you a kind of confirmation, 1 or 2, 3, I mean 2 and above confirmations that price is most likely to react in a certain manner at that point. Now, at this point, now the certain manner I'm talking about is reacting and moving downwards because of various confirmations at that point. Now, how did I identify that? If you look at that place, you're going to be seeing something like, of course, those of you that have been asking me about the function or the use of fractals, I did mention one of the videos I've made about 2-3 videos on fractals. The fractals, one of the most important things it does is that it helps you to pick the swings of the market. It also picks the high points and low points of the market, thereby identifying your support and resistance and then areas of struggles made by price. And just as you can see, you see fractal here, you see fractal here, you see fractal concentrating around that place, and of course that's already my verified support and resistance level, right? And then if you trace back, you're going to be seeing the same reaction of price around that area, and that made it a verified support and resistance. Of course, I've made a video on that. You can check out my playlist. Go to the playlist where I have secrets, hacks on how to trade Forex, and then you see a lot of videos that will be of great importance to you, right? So why did I call this high probability trade? Now, for your information, my definition of high probability trades are trades that, okay, when you execute that trade, is going to give you higher chances of making profit from that trade, right? And of course, there's another thing I call, a lot of you ask me or you try to go Google it, you may not necessarily see it, okay? Now, I call it area of interest, or there's what I call area of value, right? Now, I may not talk about that now, but if you take a look at this point, that point, right, you're going to be seeing this my rectangle now running through, identifying that resistance level, right? And then you're also going to be seeing this trend line, okay? And then this is a trend line as well. Okay, maybe I should just change the colors so that you have a better view and understanding of what I'm talking about right now. Maybe I should change this color, and let me change this in the meantime to, let me change it to of course yellow, right? So, and then we get back. Okay, that is still not so conspicuous. Let me just change it to something entirely different, right? And then we get back. Come on, it's not changing. Okay, let's just make do with what we have here. Okay, and of course, okay, let's just make do with what we have. I will use my brush to demonstrate what I'm talking about, right? So, but then this is a trend line running to that point. This is another trend line running to that point. Now, if I am to join another trend line from here, it would have run to that point, right? And of course, you see the fractals developed around that place. Now, if you trace this, you will see that this has become an area of focus, giving me confidence of how many confirmations. The fractals one, the rectangle running through to this point that confirm that this place is a verified support and resistance, that's 2. This trend line running, that's 3, and the other trend line running, that's 4. Okay, making it 4 good confirmations around that area. Now, there are other things, but then let's make do with the 4, and that has given me a confidence about 4 confirmations. Now, if you want to trace these other places that the market later went down a bit, if you want to check it, you discover that none of them has up to that point of confirmations, right? And that did not make, of course, these places were actually high probability trades, conferences, but it never gave up to 4 confirmations. And this gave me assurance that at least this market is not gonna is going to trend for a while downwards. Okay, now I also discovered this, that even though on a higher time frame like 30 minutes and 1 hour, this is actually giving me what I call bearish flag, right? If you look at it very well, it's giving me bearish flag. Now take a look at this place. Okay, if you look very well, this looks like flag, but it's going bearish. Now if you understand how to actually trade classic pattern very well, you discover that bearish flag is a continuation pattern that is supposed to, at the end of the day, go bearish, right? But for this to go bearish, it has to play out that this market has to range and of course forming a complete flag before going bearish. Now that is under ideal situation. It's possible it will not go bearish. It's possible it can, of course, later go bullish instead. Okay, now that's price for you. Okay, but this is a bullish flag when you look at, I mean a bearish flag when you look at higher time frame. But what gave me the assurance to enter this trade is because of the confluence, and also because of the understanding that it has to play out, going to and fro to actually form a complete flag before we begin to look at candlestick patterns to now know if it's going to go bearish or if it's going to reverse and still move bullish, right? Now, but aside that, okay, if you come to higher time frame like this, you discover that you can still trace this down. Okay, you discover that you can still trace of course this, of course, and then you can bring this continuous to this point, and then that gives us another confirmation that yes, this market, if this place is actually a confluence that the market is going to bounce back, is most likely going to come down to retest this trend line to the downside going this way. Right now, have you seen it? This is how you analyze market. Now, some people say they find it difficult trading with phones. Okay, now phone is actually the most flexible device to trade if you want to trade profitably, right? Because you have it handy anywhere you go. Right now, take note that this is 1 hour time frame. That if you go to 30 minutes time frame, you discover that what I said is also visible here. Okay, this is like a bearish flag, but then take note that I said something has to play out before this market will either go bearish, okay, as a continuation pattern, which made me to actually set this stop loss here. Right now, if I was to enter many positions, my first TP would be here. Okay, maybe once the market touches this trend line to the downside, and of course definitely the market is going to react around this place because of this. Okay, now if I put something like this, you will understand what I'm saying better. Right now, this is another point of focus, though it's gonna be a okay, because I'm on landscape, this market is a very big, huge market. Okay, but because I'm on landscape, that's why you're looking at this way. So the market is actually going to react somewhere around here, which is why my TP actually is going to be here. Okay, then if I have other positions, I will leave those ones. I will take partial profit and then allow the market to still come down. If the bearish flag I'm seeing now is going to continue, then this is going to be my final TP for whatever fraction of my position that is remaining. Right, so take note of that. So if you are getting values from this video already and you're learning something, please don't forget to smash that like button so that at least YouTube algorithm will pick it and recommend to those that are in search of how to trade boom and crash or synthetic indices or forex with naked chart, and of course making profit, or how to approach the market in different ways, right? So also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then turn on your notifications so that whenever I upload a new video you get notified. So that's just what made me to take this trade, and I feel I should just share with you guys. Actually, this is one of the things I teach in my mentorship program, and of course there are other things. You also look out, train your eyes to be able to identify some of these things. Now I want to show you one last thing before I move. There are some indicators you will plot on this graph, on this chart now, and then it's going to give you the confirmation of what I'm saying. And of course, that's why I said you should be able to manipulate the parameters of indicators to mimic or follow what price is doing. Now if you look at this very well, you discover that aside what I just told you, now actually this market is in an inclined plane, as you're seeing, and then it's making this move like this. Okay, it's making this move like this and all that. Now if you look at very well, you'll see that this is actually an M shape. Okay, now you can't really call this a double top. Of course it is a double top, but I said something about double top, okay, and how you can trade it profitably. There was a video I made on that. But looking at this, you see that this is an M shape. Okay, now definitely this is the neckline, which of course the neckline of a double top as well, which ideally is at the break of this neckline that you are supposed to take a trade downside. But if you understand what the market is doing, which I always emphasize, you can always trade anytime. Now take a look. This is 15 minutes and count the candlestick. This wouldn't have been a coincidence. It was a sniper entry that I made. And of course, just look at where I took the trade. Take a look at where I took the trade. Okay, just like this. It shows that it was actually identified, right? And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth candle on 15 minutes time frame. That's about an hour 15 minutes, right? On continuous profit without spiking. That's what we're talking about, right? So aside this the other analysis I told you, I said you should see an M shape. Now if I want to exit this trade now without being caught at all by any spike, this is the actual time, because it's already approaching the neckline and there's going to be reactions, right? But then the neckline is just at the downtrend line, right? Which also makes this place a good point to take my profit, right? Now the stop loss I set here was with regards to the other take profit, okay, which is of course around the ratio is almost like 1:4. Okay, 1:4. Yeah, the ratio is around 1. Okay, let's just say, can we divide this? Okay, yeah, it's around 1:3 ratio, right? 1:3, which is highly profitable. But then I'm not going to stay in the market till that time. So that's just all I want you guys to learn. Train your eyes to identify all this. That's all you need, and that's how the system was. And to do this, you have to give your time to learning, right? And please, my mentorship program is still on hold because of some other engagements that I have, guys. And those of you that will be contacting me, as soon as I get back to it, I'll put it on air, and anybody who is interested can come again, right? So but for now I have suspended it for obvious reasons. I'm so engaged in so many other things, right? So please train your eyes and follow the system, how it works. Follow the approach. Okay, take your time to watch videos like this and listen to what we say, and it really goes a long way to help you your trading career. So many thanks for watching this video, guys. This is CN Great Counsel signing out for today, and I'll be talking to you in my next video. Bye.